Hello students, this is my third video on the history of architecture. Today we shall be learning in details about the Great Pyramid at Giza of Pharaoh Cheops. This is one of the most well-known pyramids found till this date. There is a slide. The pyramid might have looked like this in the then days, and now we have such a destroyed view. See the inside assumed part, and that is the devastated portion that we see to this day. And here we have a transverse section drawn along the axis of the Great Pyramid of Giza. I shall be now trying to explain to you point-wise about the interior details of the Pyramid of Giza. This is a cross-sectional view. Now, the Great Pyramid of Giza was made of the Pharaoh Cheops. This is amidst the deserts of Sahara. The sectional elevation is almost like of an equilateral triangle. Now first, let us discuss the materials. This was made of Tura limestone blocks. Tura limestone blocks, that is limestone blocks quarried from Tura. The location, the name comes from its location. Tura limestone blocks were used. Number one, the apex of the pyramid. The apex of the pyramid was once coated with gold. Gold coating for the apex. Right. Now, let us know in detail about the transverse section. The pyramid is roughly in the shape of an equilateral triangle, and it is inclined at an angle of 51 degree 52 minutes with the ground. This is the angle of inclination. The plan is a square plan. That is, the base measures 230.5 meter by 230.5 meter. Okay. Now, towards the north, there is the entrance at a height of 17 meter. This is the entry portion. Transverse section. Each side an equilateral triangle. Each face is inclined at an angle of inclination of 51 degree 52 minutes with the ground on each face. Towards the north, there is an entrance at a height of entry or entrance is at the north face. At a height of 17 meter from the ground. This is about the entrance. Now, as we enter the pyramid, we find a continuous gallery over here and one leading directly to the subterranean chamber. This is known as the subterranean chamber. Subterranean chamber. There is an ascending corridor which leads directly from the entrance towards the king's chamber, towards the queen's chamber. This is the king's chamber. This is the queen's chamber. The corridor descends at an angle of 26 degrees towards the subterranean chamber, and here the dead bodies of the servants and other helping hands were mummified and buried over here in these subterranean chambers. The this ascending corridor ascends at an angle of 30 degrees and continues for almost about 18 meters up till a height of 21 meters from the ground. Here it divides or bifurcates into two parts. One corridor leads to the queen's chamber and another opens into the grand gallery. This is known as the grand gallery. This is quite broad and it leads to the king's chamber. The grand gallery has a corbelled ceiling and is almost about 8.5 meter wide. Here is the king's chamber. King's chamber, it contains of 5 layers divided with stone blocks. Now, since they assumed that the spirit of the dead pharaoh, spirit of the dead queen will come back, they had put on 2 very narrow air shafts. These were air shafts. Each 20 centimeter by 15 centimeter in cross section. So you can easily imagine how narrow these air shafts were. This in the cross section was 20 centimeter by 15 centimeter. Whereas see, the base of the pyramid was 230.5 meters. Okay, these air shafts were meant for the entry of the ka, that is the spirit of the dead person. They used to think that the spirit of the dead ka will come back and re-enter into the mummified body of the king or queen, so that they left open air shafts for the entry of the ka. Again, there was all this is the transverse section, and see, this is considered as the central axis. This is an assumed line. The king's chamber, queen's chamber and the servant's chamber in the subterranean chamber all used to lie along the same central vertical axis at different heights. There was a stone casing all alongside the pyramid. This blue dotted portion I have shown with. In those days, it was assumed that the apex portion was coated with gold coating. Naturally, this does not last to this date. Right. Now, the pyramid is one of the most massive stone building found to this day of the ancient world. took about 1 lakh workers and 2 decades, that means 20 years, to complete this structure. You can really imagine how massive this was. So I shall be giving, this is all about the transverse section of the Great Pyramid of Giza, which was for the Pharaoh Cheops. I have provided you with notes and I shall be providing you with PowerPoint presentations also. Thank you for today.